Aloha. How goes it? I'm making this video because I've made some really, really powerful transformations just in the past 4 days. And I feel more solid and more myself in my body in every moment throughout the day and the night than I felt in almost 4 years, definitely 3.5 years. Um, it's priceless. It is priceless. If I had millions, I would spend all of it to have more, to have had this anytime during the past 3 years. So what made this switch for me? Um, there were two things. The first one is accepting pain as part of life. And the way that it was said to me was, you can either be strong and in pain, or you can be weak and in pain, but you're going to have to deal with pain here anyways. So you might as well choose the stronger option. Um, and that just hit me like, oh, wow, that's really real. I don't want to waste any of my time being small and accepting any level of weakness. If there's going to be pain here anyways, I might as well, fight through it. So I was going to join the military when I was a kid, and that was my lifelong plan from like age 6 to 17. And then I had an awakening when I had all my papers signed except for the last one. I was doing PT with the Army, and for about 6 months, I got to the point I could do 105 push-ups in 60 seconds. They got it on the video and everything. There was perfect form, touch the block all the way up, all the way down, and that was pretty impressive. It was cool. But I was 175 pounds then, same height, and I'm about 145 right now. So I've lost a good amount, and yeah, 30 pounds of muscle. Like I look good, but I'm skinny, And so I've started, I went down a spiritual path after this. I've been reading, learning, went to massage school, got, received probably 1,000 hours of body work. I gave more than 1,000 hours of body work since then. And so I've got to really tune in and feel a lot of the potential of what the body is, feel like a variety of different bodies and way people hold tension and grow strength, etc. All the things that we humans can do and all the things we settle for. And so I've met 3 people who were completely tension free. As much as that is realistic. So like when they're standing, obviously like their feet, and their legs they're using some muscles to like keep themselves from like just falling over. But that being said, like their muscles were genuinely so relaxed that even like your biceps, like a group, right? There's 2 steps here. And so you can like poke and you'll feel where they like separate, and there's 2. But these people were so tension free, all 3 completely independent cases, where like anywhere their muscle fibers would just allow you in and open. There wasn't like 2 distinct tubes. Even their triceps, like when they flex, they're strong, but then when they relax, they were completely relaxed. Like you could poke them to the bone. Even through their stomach, they'd completely relaxed laying down. You could poke straight through to their spine. Their organs, everything would move out of the way. You could feel the muscle fibers separating. Their pecs straight through to the ribs, just everywhere. But then they flex and they're solid. So what they're doing is they've just maintained the full spectrum in their self instead of settling for only one part of the spectrum. They've tuned their body to be able to play a pretty full range. And I'd say envious of that at first, and then I was like, well, I can have that in myself if I just put in the work. So then I've been fine-tuning all sorts of different things, trying to perfect my practice. And when my brother told me about this strength versus weakness, and you're going to feel pain anyways, that's when I just decided, man, I can't keep wasting time hoarding my skills trying to come up with a better system when I could just go now. And so that was like, that did it for me. And so then my other realization was about breaks. And in my training, when I was going to join the military, I was a lot more of a hateful person. And I've done a lot of work, a lot of deep forgiveness of others, of the world, of my parents, of my teachers, just people who like let me up or like manipulated me or controlled a little too much. Just the things that happen when you're a child and other people help you grow, um, and done a lot of deep self work and forgiveness. And so I started out very like an angry rage. Like my energetic effect was very much of like a crushing or a breaking of things. I've torn this shoulder 7 times, same place. Tore 6 muscles in my leg at once. So I've gone really hard. Really, I was bodybuilding. Like I said, 30 pounds of muscle more than I am now. This is 4 years ago. I was 17, so I'm 21 now. Just for those who like to know the number of Earth years, but I think there's a lot more going on than what age classifies. It's just one small definition. It's only expiration of this body. It's like, you don't really know. You can never really know how there someone is or how experienced someone is until you really get to know them. And even then, it's only like a pretty close guesstimate, right? And it's only relative to your own. So it's like, anyways, cheers. Gotta stay healthy, guys. Drink your smoothies, drink your greens, eat lots of salad. Why am I going on about this? The other thing that's helped me, I gone vegan. Done this for 4 years. I'm still here. I'm good. I'm clean. I don't need the protein thing. It's a whole myth, Look, I'm fine. I'm fine. I exist, and now I exist karma free of like I'm not investing in any death. I'm not paying anyone to cage and farm animals and give them, anything less than a free life. So my experience has been all about cultivating freedom in myself and blessing and purity in myself and defining like what really is sacred. Because I think life will respond to any energy you give it. So the more you treat life as sacred, the more life will treat you as a sacred being and a sovereign being. And everything's alive, guys. Everything, even the air, the pillars, the painting's still alive. But especially the liquids. Everything with water in it. I feel bad buying a plastic bottle every day, guys, but the spring water, you got to, it's living water. I got shungite crystal in there, fire agate from Lopez Island, Washington, and some quartz in there as well, and they're all doing good things. Got the silica from the fire agate. The shungite makes these carbon-60 molecules that, it's just like a $2 rock. But drinking this stuff, it'll create it off gases these carbon-60 molecules and restructures the water. Literally, the H2O and the carbon create soccer ball shapes. The hexagons and pentagons and all this fitting together to make the ball. All over, swirling around in here. Just because I got my shungite, charging my water. This will protect you from electromagnetic radiation. This will pull heavy metals out of your body. Just constantly. So just constantly drinking this stuff. Like coming to a place where you're a temple. You're clean. Treating yourself as sacred, treating the water as sacred. And, this stuff's listening to me. It knows. So when I drink and merge my body with this from the outside world, there's a lot more energetic connection in the material manifestation of connection, where I genuinely take the liquid and put it inside of me. We've already vibrationally and energetically connected, and so this is really key, guys. This is really what the practice or the lifestyle switch is all about. Instead of seeing things as given, plain, solid definitions, it's just a couch, it's not alive, it's just a pillow, it's just a smoothie, Man, that is just, it's what it does is it pushes the magic off of everything, or it pushes your awareness of how magic life really can be and how magic life really is, and it hushes it, puts it out, says it's just that. Nothing is ever just what it seems. There's always more. So even encoding life into things, accepting that there's still more is really something that has been furthering me. So cheers. Mm, that's delicious. Anyways, God, I love my fruits. So I used to be a hard ass, not so much about the fruits, like carnivore all the way. Had to do a lot of detoxing to get that level of necrotic death out of my cells, out of my body, out of my being, energetically and physically. And I have so much thanks and praise for plant medicine, for, just the natural fruits and vegetables from the earth. Like, thank you. Thank you, organic farmers. Thank you so much. The scientists and labs and everything who check for chemical fertilizers and nutrients that really shouldn't be there. Chemical byproducts of the weird things man does. So we're all alchemists, right? And every dollar is a vote. Every inch of time that we spend, every microsecond is an investment in somewhere. And what is the dollar? It's our attention. So have you ever realized that looking back in your past, there's like some moments that are a lot more like dense with who you are, or like your personal energy, or like your memory, and it's like you were just there, and it's like you remember how it smelled, exactly how the room was, how far away that person was, how your breathing and your heart rate was in your body, how you felt in your body, what your exact posture was, how you were facing, what the look in their eye, like it's all so clear. But then other times it's like, what did I have for breakfast? When was the last time I wore shoes, instead of flip-flops, or like, when was the last time oh man, I don't really know. It's because it's not important. So what's important summons a greater amount of your attention, and attention plus your intention, like with my smoothie and my water and my upgrading lifestyle and all this build up in this video. Attention plus intention equals clarity. And clarity is the guide for your balance and your power. It is the guide for how you build the structure of your life. It's the guide for how you build the structure of your personal inner self and your connection to the outer world with other people, with animals, with how you spend, how you invest, how you grow. And so in my working out, it was always like that crushing, breaking energy, like I'm gonna I don't know exactly what it was, but it was like a fighting, violent, like I'm gonna hit as hard as I can type of instinct. And so the switch that I've made, that has been so powerful in these last 4 days, is that I've stepped away from doing anything if it feels like I would need to take a break, like need to, want to, if it's more like, wow, I could play with this for a long time until it's done, then I'm all about it. So the way that I do things is not until bitter exhaustion, but I'm still growing immensely from it. And in all my, personal training, personal therapy, life and health coaching, wholeness coaching, talking with different fitness professionals, I've heard very, very, very little of this, and I'm a little shocked. So that's why I'm spreading this truth, because in all my, looking in very densely in the health and fitness and personal growth fields over the past 4 years, I haven't really found anyone who's doing this or saying anything about this, and it is the key right now that is bringing me shining forth, in my full presence. I'm not like partly here, like I'm a lot more here than I was last month. And what I've been doing is a lot of physical movement, whatever feels right. So I'll do push-ups, sit-ups, flutter kicks, chin-ups, handstands, walking on my hands, handstand push-ups, incline push-ups, dips, squats, jump squats, doing one-legged like pistol squats, like these stretches like this where it's on your knee and you go down, and I just do this, in conversation with other people when they're around. It's like, hey, I'm still listening to you, but like I gotta crank some out really quick. I love you. I'm still listening. What's good? Oh yeah. No, I'm just moving energy. I'm just building myself up. Oh, I ate this food, but I know it's just gonna come out of me in the next day or two. But if I use this energy and I build it up in my body, then I'm gonna wear it with me everywhere I go. And it's not gonna fall off because I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep moving. I'm gonna keep holding it in, building it in my core, pulling it in my chest and my breath. And I just do a little bit of that all the time. And so what this has amounted to is 4 days ago, I struggled to do 50 push-ups in a row. So I figured if I do 13, 81 times, that would be 1,000, more than 1,000. It's 1,053. So I was like, man, I want to be able to do 1,000 in a day. Even if, 13 is a pretty low, that's not a lot of reps. Like you ladies can do that if you want to, and it doesn't have to be push-ups, it can be squats, it can be whatever any you want. So I've been applying it to squats, push-ups, chin-ups, flutter kicks. Did I say sit-ups? Push-ups, chin-ups, flutter kicks, squats, sit-ups, yeah. And I just read a chapter from this sacred book, the Tao Te Ching. A chapter is only a page. I don't know why they call them chapters exactly. But like so. Not too long, just a page each. 14, 15, each one of them just a page. So it's 81 pages. That's my break. I read a page, I do push-ups, I do sit-ups, chin-ups, squats. And what's amazing is I don't really get tired. I never exhaust myself. And I don't have to take a break. So this is my 4th day in a row. I'm a tiny bit sore, but really it's more like how you walk every day and your legs don't just fail and like, no, I can't walk today. I walked yesterday. Man, I had this realization, like, what if I just train my body that push-ups are like walking, that sit-ups are like walking? I'm gonna just pull all the strength that I have in my body. I'm gonna circulate it through all of me. I want to get, my food, my water out to my fingertips, out to my tips of my toes, all the way up in my scalp. So I'm on my head doing things, handstand push-ups and things. It's like, man, I feel amazing. And that's literally the only difference in my life. That's the only difference. I'm still sober. I'm still like, I'm not taking any crazy supplements. I'm just fruit and a smoothie with some water and some ice. And I have salad. Sometimes I'll have something cooked for dinner, like super stir fry. Pretty cheap. It's pretty humble. It's amazing. And it's amazing. Like, look at the definition that's already shining through me, guys. Like, look at this. Like, I'm not trying to be Arnold Schwarzenegger, but I'm trying to take good care of myself. Like, look at this. My six-pack's coming. It's shining through a little bit. And it's just nice to have that pride in yourself. Because that's something I always have. No one can take it. It's something I'm always wearing. Look at it. I can't take the skin off. It's something that's going to stay with me till I die. Every time I do this, it's an investment that's giving me a little more life. Man, and I was an EMT for a little while. I worked in the hospitals. I worked on ambulances. Like our medical system is not really healing, helping, or taking care of people to 10% of what it could do with the infrastructure that's there. And that's real. It's just sad. Like, it's just sad how they. And so, seeing so many people just, they don't have the will to live anymore. They don't have the will to fight. They don't care about themselves or about any issues in the outside world enough to summon them into more full presence. So then the moments just slide by like those, like, what did I eat for, like, what did I do? It just, like, when you're talking to them face to face and you're trying, like, they can't even hear your soul, And so I believe that everybody has the ability to, like, turn their soul on and, like, come into their body fully and be, like, in love with life, so much in love with life that you're like, I'm still loving life. I got it this good, guys. I'm sorry. I just got to crank out for more. It's all good. I'm still right here. I still love you. I'm still right here, it's still playing. It's still recording. And it's just a few. I just do 10 and 10 and then another 15. And then, maybe it's 20 or 30 in a row. Maybe sometimes it's 50 in a row. It's just whatever my body can handle and is feeling, but that's not going to push too hard, you know? But I'm still feeling built. I still already have like an extra like pound or two that I'm retaining. It's only 4 days, only day 4, guys. This is amazing. So I'm gonna keep going with this. I'm gonna keep making more videos about this. I want you all to follow me on my journey. And if I have anything at all that helps you, or if you have any questions at all, like please, 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 please. I'm already like carrying this electromagnetic radiation around with me every day. Like make it a little more worth it and like reach out and connect with me so I can turn my soul on a little more and connect with my body and your body as well, and maybe a little more everybody, right? That's what it's about. It's all about connection. Life wants to connect, life wants to move, life wants to, so this the constant sitting or like slouch, it's like find what you love and let it kill you, You ever seen old people like this? Like their posture? Why is that? Like they got 2 or 3 pillows behind their head that they sleep with every night. Man, I got great posture and I feel great. I wake up full of energy instead of all like groggy and weird. I sleep on the floor. Not just hard wood, I have a mat with some magnets in it, but it's cheap. It's way cheaper than a bed. I can roll it up and I have way more space in my room to do yoga or like have friends hang out or like, it's just use your space a little better. So life is gonna reflect whatever you put out. It's a reflection game. It really is. This is the laws of nature. These laws of nature are much higher and they can't be changed or manipulated the way that the laws of man can, that are all written and twisted. And you gotta hire a lawyer to even, find which subsection to read to you, right? It's like ridiculous. Um, so these laws of nature, nature is a habit conserving engine, but it's following novelty. So it'll conserve whatever's working, but if there's something new that wants to come in, it'll take that in and it'll conserve that too. And then if that pattern is like holding space and growing and there's room for another new pattern to come in, it's like, come in, yeah, you can grow here too. So that's why you got the whole forest with all these different plants growing on top of each other and through each other and the different layers of the canopy, because it's like life can wherever life will, And so to do that in yourself, to pull that into yourself, you got to respect the other law, which is balance. And nature will balance anything and everything. If there's a up, there's a down. If there's a gravity, there's a bird that's flying. If there's a wind that's crazy, there's a wind that's calm. If the ocean's throwing huge waves, there's also some calm out there. It's like a time for peace, a time for war. You got the whole every side of the coins out there. So if you don't balance it yourself, it comes back around, right? So the balance is really the key for the low break system, where I'm not taking huge breaks every day. The other thing that really inspired this is I've tried 2 times. I've never made it longer than a week, doing the Nikola Tesla or like Benjamin Franklin sleep cycle, where you don't sleep more than 4 hours and you're just, sometimes maybe like a 90-minute nap. Like 3 hours is kind of what I would usually go with. And I just do that like twice a day and just continue with my projects. Like, and when I slept, it was just like I just do a little bit of yoga, deep meditation, and then straight into deep REM sleep. And it just saved me so much time. It's just like mind blowing what it did for me, how much work I got done, how much I got to write in my book, how much I got to create with my art and my paintings. It's like my drawing and stuff, how much I got to write with my poetry, how much I got to learn new songs on guitar. It's like, it's amazing how much extra soul will come into your life if you commit to doing what it takes to show up for yourself. Because the hardest part is showing up. 100% hardest part is showing up. If you want to be an artist, like get a blank piece of paper, a pencil, put it on the desk, sit down. That's the hardest part, I swear to God, and doing it over and over again, But it's just each moment it arrives. Do I show up again? Yes, I'm gonna show up. Do I set everything up and get myself good? Yes, I do. So I love you guys. Thanks for watching. Comment, let me know any questions, and Yeah, I'll see you next time. Aloha. Peace and power.